Hello, everyone, and welcome back for another episode of FMLPK. My host, Murtaza and Salman, joining us. Been one crazy week. Some fixtures have been rescheduled, but before we get into all that, please hit the like and subscribe button, help us out, and join the league code, which is on your right. And for our final teams, do give us a follow on our Twitter handle, which is also right there below the league code. And first things first, the deadline is 16th January, Saturday, 4 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. So make your changes before that, or if you're like me, what my strategy is going to be from now on is to wait till the last minute and then make my change, because I'd rather have as much information as possible while making my change, as opposed to trying to catch some price rise or price decrease, avoid some price decrease, because as we know, that can just come back to haunt you because of what has just happened. There's been some rescheduling. Southampton and Leeds, is it?
Yeah,
Has been postponed.
correct.
And Aston Villa are now going to have a double game week 19. And Everton, Leeds, and Saints have lost a fixture. Everton blanking, I believe, in game week 19.
Yes, they do.
So I think it's more important now to have more information before you make your change, as opposed to, catching a price rise or like avoiding a price fall. But anyway, that's just what my thinking is. So let's get straight into it. One of us here is going to be free hitting almost certainly in game week 19. And Salman, you're up. Tell me what you're thinking. We're just going to post your draft up here now.
Thanks to COVID, I'm pretty certain that I will free hit. Thankfully, I didn't free hit this week. In game week 18, I played with the team I had. I had been planning for this team for the last 4 weeks. I've got a decent haul so far. I've got 41 points. 37 actually, because I took a -4, and I have holding to play tonight. And maybe El Neni comes in as a substitute, so that maybe one more point, but I don't expect him to start this week. But with the changes that are happening so swiftly and suddenly, you're absolutely right. I'll wait for the last minute to press the confirm button. But I have one Southampton player, 3 Leeds players who had double game weeks, and all of a sudden they don't. And so I'm tempted to free hit. As far as my free hit is concerned, the general structure: 2 City defenders, 2 West Ham defenders, KDB, Souček. So that's 6 players from 2 teams. Fernandes is there, obviously. So that's 7. And, so yeah, I need 4 more players. Suddenly, Villa are now back in the fray. They've got 2 games this week. So I'll probably look at Grealish and Watkins to come in. So still up in the air, but certainly free hit, 3 West Ham, 3 City, plus Fernandes. So that's 7. And Salah.
And this after a very decent haul of 43 points.
Yeah, 41 points. So, as I said, I had been planning my team structure for the last 4 weeks, so that I had 8 or 9 players playing in game week 18. And I wouldn't have used the free hit had the Southampton Leeds game not been postponed, because I had Bamford, I had Messier, and I had Alioski and Adams. So that's 4 players who had double game weeks, and now they don't. So all of a sudden, from 10 double game week players, I'm down to 6. That's not acceptable to me, and therefore the free hit.
All right. Well, good luck with that, and hopefully you'll have your final team in before kickoff for posting on Twitter.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Salman,
Unless
are you looking
COVID has other plans?
Leicester assets for the double?
So for the way I'm thinking of a 4-4-2. So if you look at my team, I've got 2 West Ham defenders. That's Kufal and Ogbonna. And then I've got 2 City defenders, which is Cancelo and Stones. So that's 4 defenders, and then my midfield is KDB, Salah,
Bruno.
Suchek,
Bruno.
and there was one more.
Bruno.
Fernandes. Yeah, so that's four. Bruno. So yeah, Bruno Fernandes, KDB, Salah, and Suchek. So that's four, and then two up top. I can't seem to afford Vardy, but Vardy right now is an injury concern. I don't want to take a risk of him playing one match and missing out on the first one. So right now I've got. I'll probably bring in Watkins, and the other player is Martial. So I'll have two United players. They've got a good game against Burnley. The Liverpool game is obviously a risk, and therefore I'm missing out on United defenders.
Your favorite Antonio's also fit again.
All right.
But he hasn't been starting.
No.
As in he's been fit for the last 3 weeks at least. He hasn't been starting.
True.
Had he played the last 2-3 games 90 minutes, I would have put him in.
True.
But I would go with two
All right.
West Ham defenders considering who they're playing against in future.
Yeah. True. Good call.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. So before we discuss captains, I just want to bring up Murtaza's team next. Also, who used a free hit for game week 18, 43 points at the time of this recording, which again, in my opinion, considering the state of your team, you only had 2 players active for game week 18 in your normal non-free hit squad. So I think it's worked out pretty well for you.
It has.
But moving forward now.
Yeah.
But he's got 43 points with 3 players.
To come.
Yeah, 3 Arsenal players, mind you,
Yeah.
who are like very much in form right now. I believe you have Tierney, Saka, and Lacazette to play against a miserable Crystal Palace side. So yeah, definitely more point potential. You could easily hit 60 points, I think,
I hope so,
when
man.
it's all said and done.
I hope so. And considering I was set up for the bench boost for next week, and like Salman just said, the entire planning's been shattered with the Leeds cancellation,
Yeah, absolutely.
Southampton, and I just don't know, man. Maybe we start looking at.
Perhaps you might consider triple captain.
Yeah, but like I was discussing with you, I have spread my money for the 15 and I can't have it locked in if I'm not going to use it. That's just bad management of my money. Then for how long will I drag it? The double doesn't come to 26. The next double.
I see.
So I'd rather, depending on how my free hit goes, I might just go with it.
Honestly, I don't even know when the next double game week is going to come up.
So the next scheduled is, I think, 29.
Yeah, exactly. And that also means the Champions League will be on, and I don't know the state then. And the way I'm set up, I might just pull the trigger, man. Even if it means I have 12 double hitters, but it should be a good return.
Okay. I see. All right. Then let's move on. Let's post my team here. As you know, I opted to do absolutely nothing for game week 18. And I'm kind of glad that I did that, even with the low points that I have. Like I took a -4. I dropped Kyle Walker-Peters for John Stones, which worked out pretty well for me. And then what else did I do? I got Saka instead of Pulisic. Much to Salman's approval, finally. Yeah. So, and Saka and Holding to play tonight. So, like, I have 23 points. If I can hit around 37, 38 points, I'm happy with that score. Now, game week 19, here's the tricky one. I believe I would have had like 9 or 10 players playing for the double game week. And that would have warranted, in my opinion, at least a bench boost, but not so much anymore. Now, I'm not a big fan of engineering my team to have 15 players just so that they can have double game weeks. Because, I mean, if history has taught us anything, it's that even in a single game week, a player can outperform someone who has 2 game weeks.
True.
So I'm just looking at balance right now. How, like with this whole COVID situation happening, I think tripling up on any team is a big mistake now. And even doubling up on teams, you should be very careful with. You need more balance. You need more balance. I mean, doubling up on teams only that are in the top four, in my opinion, should be considered, or unless they have like some crazy form. Obviously, I have this big problem in my team where I have uh, uh, like double ups from four different teams. So that's like 8 players from four different teams. So I'm going to be looking to address that. And the first thing that I'm going to do is obviously I want to get rid of Son and Dyer because Tottenham just seem to sit back and do nothing, which they have been doing all season, but it worked out initially for them quite well with the Son and Kane combo. But we've seen that slow down. And now that the fixtures are swinging again, I like it on paper. At least it makes sense to dump Son for me for KDB. I'm so happy I didn't dump Salah because I think he's going to punish those people who dumped him for KDB especially. So yeah, I want to get out Son. I want to get out Dyer, and then possibly upgrade Brewster later. I don't know. We'll have to see. But my immediate plan today, like if you ask me what I'm going to do, Son is out for sure. Now, I do have certain like substitutes. Like I'm not entirely sure if I should go for KDB or Phil Foden. Like based on Pep's comments after the game, it seems like Foden is assured more starts now. And you know, he always had the potential. Even at the beginning of the season, we were considering him, and I feel like there could be tremendous value in having Foden in your team, especially for the next 3 or 4 game weeks. But Pep roulette, you know, you just can't discount that Pep.
Yeah, Pep is always a danger.
But,
Foden is a very effective player. Whenever he comes on, whenever he starts, he gets attacking returns. It's just whenever he does come on. And Pep has this habit of bringing him in 3 games and then putting him on the bench 3 games.
But if you look at Pep's comments over the last like after this Brighton win, it did seem to indicate that he might be starting now more regularly, which is what we expected of him. So that's the gamble that I'm considering taking. And then in place of Dyer, I'm looking at, and I mean I could be tremendously wrong here, but Federico Fernandez of Newcastle. And another name that's popping up is Luke Shaw.
yeah,
But does Newcastle have 2 games this week?
yeah. They got rescheduled with Villa, right? They had the
let's see.
reschedule.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, so they play Arsenal and Aston Villa. So maybe then I think Luke Shaw would be the better alternative. But then they play Liverpool and Fulham. So I don't know. Again, I'm going to wait till the last minute. But these are the changes that I'm definitely going to make because I don't want to have 3 players from any team, and I definitely don't want 3 players from Tottenham.
They're playing
now.
Liverpool and Burnley.
Who's this? Newcastle?
United, Luke Shaw. No, Luke Shaw is playing Liverpool and.
Oh yeah, no. Man United are playing Fulham. Fulham.
Liverpool plays Burnley. Liverpool plays Burnley.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So you know, but yeah, that's the thing. These changes are definitely on. One of these changes is happening for sure. I might even take another minus.
Fulham looked good last night. Did you watch the game?
Fulham
I did not watch the game, but yeah,
much better for the last 3-4 games. I mean, they've been conceding 1 goal each for the last 4 games.
They looked very good.
Yeah, especially I think this fixture was so last minute for them. So
yeah.
So I think they did well, and so that's what's happening right now with me. I'm definitely not using any chips. The only chip that is under some mild consideration at this point is the triple captain.
Who would you go with? KDB?
Yeah, do I want Salah? Yeah. Salah does not blank 5 game weeks in a row. He just doesn't. That would be tremendously unlucky. And he's a big game player, in my opinion. Big man, big occasion. And, Man United and Burnley could just be those fixtures where he hammers in those goals. Even though, right now on paper it doesn't seem like it. But we'll just have to wait and see. This is fantasy football after all. You got to take your gamble somewhere.
And they've lost their number one spot, right? I'm sure they'll be gunning for that. It's a big game for that.
Yeah, I'm sure that they will be looking to make a huge statement. So
it's a really big game.
That's pretty much what my plan is.
It's a really big week for both teams, Liverpool and United. Yeah. Whoever wins that match goes.
So let's talk about captains. Salman,
KDB
who's
for
your
me.
captain pick for this week? KDB for you, understandable. Good fixtures, he's been posting 8 points an average a week according to Murtaza, although I believe that number is slightly skewed because of the Chelsea match.
Could be.
And I think that's an anomaly. I don't think they'll be getting like the same number of goals and points like this. It's going to be more in line with how they performed against Brighton.
He gave up that penalty last night. I was like, what?
Yeah, but if you heard Pep Guardiola's statement, he said that KDB was really struggling in the last 15 minutes and he was super exhausted, and that's why KDB decided not to take the penalty. He didn't feel up for it. So, and they have been missing penalties. Sterling has missed. I think De Bruyne has missed. Gundogan missed last season. Also, so their penalty order is not clear. One thing is for certain, Aguero will take those penalties, but I don't know when he's coming back. So there's another thing going against KDB right now.
KDB is my captain. He's got 2 home games, 2 easy games. So clean sheet points on both of them, and maybe 1 double-digit haul, 1 single-digit, then that should be fine.
And what about you, Murti?
I've got it on Salah right now because I don't have KDB. If I lose Son or KDB, I might be tempted. But based on your comment right now and Pep's comment that this guy is tired and not fit, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's
And Salah is rested. Salah is rested, my friend. And it's a big game. It's going to be a statement.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that he will go 5 games without scoring?
No, and they're both home games, right? They're both home games for them. So he loves.
So for Liverpool, they are both home games. They're at Anfield. Yes, you are correct.
Salah at home. I mean, you can't fight that much.
Yeah. So for me, again, it's looking
Salah
like
is a really good option.
Salah as well.
Yeah.
And also, like I said, I'm mildly considering the triple captainship because I mean, the common wisdom is that you use your triple captain in a double game week, and I feel like this would be as good a game week as any.
Makes sense.
So, if you're not using any other, then this is the one to use.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And again, initially I had planned to use a free hit in game week 18 and a bench boost in 19. So, I mean, if I get away with using just one chip, which is completely different, I don't think. I think there could be some value in that.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's pretty much it from us. Anything to add, guys?
Let's just hope COVID doesn't disrupt any more matches. Otherwise, I really think they should take a couple of weeks break and just figure this out. This is just creating too much havoc across, and not just for the players and teams and fans, but for FPL.
Absolutely. I mean, all that planning, all that research, and then 1-2 fixtures get rescheduled, and that's it. Everything goes down the drain.
But look how late it's getting rescheduled, man. It's like they're giving 48-hour notices. I mean, that's really shit. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at my team,
I mean, but
one match change and 4 players gone.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So
But
that's
I
how
guess
bad.
But this is
Yeah.
the nature of this
nature of
pandemic,
this
guys.
season.
We just have to do the best we can.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we need to start
Absolutely.
strategizing on shorter game weeks. Like you got to look at it from a 3-week game week angle, maybe, and hits are okay,
Yeah.
I guess. So yeah,
Yeah,
we
just hang
put-
hang on to the big hitters and rotate the other one.
and don't make Sterling
So yeah,
captain.
good luck to everyone.
All right, guys.
Don't make Sterling captain. Yeah.
Good luck to everyone.
Uh,
And again, Saturday 19th Jan 4 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time is the deadline. Good luck, everyone.